What's up, guys? Welcome back. Amazing RC, it's your boy Brian, and today we're going to talk a little bit about RC scaled drivers. Now, this had kind of started a little while back when we kind of stuck old Hank here in our GMADE Sawback. And up until that time, I really never had a driver in a car. Always wanted to do it, and as soon as I got the Sawback, which is like perfect for a driver, I went hunting for one, almost immediately. And then we came up with Hank, and I right after I put him in the truck, I knew he was just a tad too small. But after driving around for a little while, I started to get some comments in, driver's too small, and those turned into suggestions. I had some really great suggestions from some of you out there telling me to get the Walking Dead figures, and those are mostly 7-inch tall figures. And I looked around for a few of them, and there was one in particular that I really liked, and it was I don't remember what his name is, but he's a short little old fat guy with kind of like a fisherman. But I was gonna pick him up, but he was even short for the 7-inch character, so I don't think he would have fit. He would have fit the truck as far as the theme perfectly. But then I looked around online, and I ended up finding Mr. John Wick, and he fits perfectly. He's a 7-inch figure. I ended up paying, I don't know, right around $30 for him. And he's, articulated 20 some different places. He fits perfectly. Now, I did have to carve out a small spot in the feet just so I can get his little feet in there. But behind where that Lexan is, there's a nice open cavity. And then I, of course, ran these carbon fiber rock guards here, so he's got a little place to put his feet. Nothing's gonna just kind of snag him and rip him out the bottom of the truck. So I'm really happy about our John Wick here. Once I got him, which I just got him, I don't know, about a week ago. Once I picked him up, I thought about sprucing up this JY66 here. Now, if you remember, we had already painted the truck. I had chopped the top. Eventually, I just didn't have time to do it now, but I had a couple of you tell me that, they weren't really digging the door being cut because it didn't match the back of the truck. And I'm all about straight lines as well. And since it's been pointed out, it's really been bothering me. Now, the only reason I haven't cut it yet is because there's a kind of a door panel in here that's flat at the top, and I want to be able to do it right. So it will be nice and straight. I'm also going to pluck out this top portion of the door here where you can see this little top portion. I'm going to go ahead and pluck that out. So we're just going to have a nice straight door. But I want to make sure that I get it, correct, because I really like this truck. You're going to see quite a bit more of this, especially now that I have a driver, because obviously we've been trying to customize the truck a little bit. Here and there, and I've done a few more things, but the elephant in the room, is our little Midfield Maestro here, and from Fortnite, and I know a bunch of you recognize him. I personally haven't really got into Fortnite too much, and I know it's an extremely popular game. I like GTA. I'm a big GTA fan, GTA 5. I got San Andreas on my phone right now with an Xbox controller, and I've just been going back, old school and jamming that. But the reason I haven't gotten into Fortnite is because my brain don't work that fast. I mean, I actually went back and watched a few, Midfield Maestro videos just within the last few hours, and I'm like frothing at the mouth going, there's just no way. If you turn down the volume, a pro playing Fortnite, like YouTube status, it must sound like the buttons and controls are burning themselves up from all of the inputs. I mean, you are literally building, wrecking, collecting, shooting, and guarding all at the exact same time. So all the pro gamers out there that play Fortnite, man, I'm humbled in your presence. But anyway, so we've got our Midfield Maestro, and here's a 4-inch character. And I picked him up at the local big box store. I'm sure you can get him on Amazon as well. But I think he cost me about $10. And I just knew as soon as I saw him. Now, they had all these other Fortnite characters. They had all of them out there. It's like 50 of them. And I know they're popular because there was like 50 missing. So I wanted one that looked like a normal person, not, one of the really wacky characters of Fortnite. I didn't need a giant horse head, hanging out. We're going for kind of a scale look. So I ended up seeing the Midfield Maestro, and I mean, I literally went to this side and looked towards the back, and I could just see one face, you know, there was no mask, no nothing, it was just a face, and I went and grabbed it. I knew it was Midfield Maestro, so I'm very excited that I got him. As you can see, he fits perfectly, no modifications. He grabs the steering wheel, puts his little arm up on the door, and I tell you, I'm super jealous. My buddy Wayne Kibler, he's got a driver in every car. I mean, he's got the quintessential, you know, their arms hanging out the door, and they got, you know, I mean, they're doing their thing. So, you know, kudos to Wayne Kibler, bro. A big shout out to you. You definitely got me wanting to get some drivers for my cars. It's weird when you're seeing a car go down the street and there's no driver in it. It's like, well, what's going on? So we've got some killer drivers here. Now, there are a couple other little modifications that I did to this. As you can see, we got some movement in the front here via these really cool red hooks. Now, these came off of the little chain that I got from banggood.com. And it was $4 or $5 for this killer chain. I still got the chain, but this, I love these hooks, man. I mean, they just look so boss on the front of this. And then I did some little accents with kind of a paint pen, you know what I mean? I've got the bolts on the hood, you know, the bolts on the hinges of the doors. I did the little itty bitty, you know, button on the handle. I've got this little line on the gas can over here. You know, it's really sprucing this truck up. Now, remember, the dashboard is completely black. The whole interior, minus what I did with the seats in this, is completely black. So I do plan on getting in here and tightening up a little bit. I might even run, like our 6-wheel drive truck that we did before, I might even run an LED or two inside the dashboard, kind of illuminate from the back. I think that would be really sharp. It's a super small vehicle to work with, but I think there's just enough cavity behind there, so I can really do some cool stuff with that dashboard. Also might do some piping on the seats or something like that, or just darken up the creases a little bit. I really love how this truck is turning out. Also, we're gonna light the little backlight here, so it goes on with the taillights when I hit reverse. As the light goes through, there's a little dot here in the back, so I can run a little LED up here and then just paint over it or cover it to where it just shines out the back. It's gonna be a killer look. So I'm telling you guys, with the drivers in these two trucks, I mean, this is completely different. I mean, old Hank, I feel bad because Hank's in a drawer right now. He doesn't fit anything. I was going to try to stuff him in the D12, but I would literally have to cut Hank in half. And as you can see, I don't think he would approve. So I'm going to still find a driver for this. As a matter of fact, Gary, RC Trailcats, had sent me a 6-wheel drive truck with a 6-wheel drive truck. And one of them had a little half a driver. He had kind of cut his legs off, if I remember correctly. And I'm trying to figure out what the heck I did with that, because I think he might fit right here in our D12. Guys, some up-to-date news, upcoming goodies right here. You remember we were trying to figure out what we were going to do to cover some of these electronics. Well, as you can see, this is the engine cover or the electronics cover to the GMADE Komodo / GMADE Sawback. Now, I had replaced my electronics cover in here with a box by Traxxas so that it was waterproof. The one by GMADE is not waterproof, but the cover here, if you can tell, is kind of like a little V8 engine. So we're going to use this as well as some carbon fiber to get these electronics covered up. Video coming very soon of this. I'm going to build a multi-level kind of impromptu track out there in the living room / kitchen and possibly in the shop too. Maybe go multi-room, so look out for that video as well. And you guys remember we got our axles, okay? So we're going to throw just the rear axle in our D12 as well. So we got a lot coming up, guys. And the Emax will make an appearance coming up very, very soon with an entirely brand new power plant. If you are here this late in this video, I thank you very much. And for you, you get this little piece of information that other people aren't going to get. We're going dual brushless on our Emax. Shh. Video very soon where we break that to everybody. You, here at the end, you guys are my truest, bestest friends, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. I really appreciate everybody hanging out and checking out my drivers here. We're going to have some really cool stuff coming up very, very soon. Until then, I'm going to run these outside again. It was kind of fun. We'll get you guys another video very, very soon.